Although Adanna loved her parents dearly and longed to honor their wishes, she could not deny the fact that her heart yearned for independence and fulfillment. She dreamed of a life filled with love, adventure, and the freedom to pursue her own dreams and ambitions. But as the dutiful daughter she is, she struggled with the weight of her parents' expectation. She was torn between their desires and her sense of duty to her family. Once upon a time, in a remote village, there lived a girl named Adanna. Adanna was the only child of her aging parents. The parents had longed and yearned for a son to carry on their family's name and legacy. But as fate may have it, they were not able to bear a male son. They only gave birth to Adanna. This left them in a deep sense of disappointment and uncertainty about the future of their lineage. So as Adanna grew into a woman, her parents became more worried and their anxiety grew stronger. They were afraid that without a male child, they wouldn't have a heir to inherit their land and carry on their traditions. So their family would fade into the thin air. Adanna's parents became very desperate to secure their legacy. They had to make a difficult decision, which was making Adanna to remain unmarried and dedicating her life to caring for them in their old age, as well as giving birth to a male child while she was still in her father's house, just to ensure the continuity of their lineage. Though Adanna loved her parents dearly and longed to honor their wishes, she could not suppress the fact that her heart yearned for independence and fulfillment. She had always dreamt of a life filled with love and adventure, and the freedom to pursue her own dreams and ambitions. But as a dutiful daughter that she is, she struggled with the weight of what her parents expect of her. She was torn between her own decision and her sense of duty to her family. Despite all the worries and battles going on inside of her, Adanna still chose to obey her parents, resigning herself to a life of self-sacrifice. She dedicated herself wholeheartedly to caring for her parents, tending to their needs with love and devotion, even as her own dreams remained unfulfilled. But as years passed, Adanna became worried and depressed. She watched as her friends and peers married and started having families of their own, their laughter and joy serving as painful reminders of the life she had sacrificed. Deep within her heart, she was not happy. She was always found talking to herself and whispering to the air. Over time, she began to think of a way forward, a way of making herself a better person than she is and still serving her parents and making them happy. So one fateful day, as Adanna stood gazing out at the vast expanse of her father's land, she made a decision that would change the course of her life forever. So with determination in her heart and fire in her soul, she resolved to defy tradition and pursue her own path, no matter the cost. One fateful day, Adanna, on her way to the stream, heard the cry of a baby in a bush. She quickly moved towards the direction of the cry, only for her to see a baby wrapped in a basket. She quickly opened the basket and carried the baby in her arms. In her mind, she felt this baby could be a prayer answered. Obviously, the mother of this child couldn't take care of him and decided to abandon him in the bush. So quickly, Adanna took the baby boy home, presenting him to her parents. The parents had mixed feelings about the baby, but with more conviction from Adanna, making them see reasons why they should embrace the child as their own. They accepted him and took care of him as their own child. Over time, Adanna's father decided to adopt this child and make him a heir apparent to all his properties. Adanna was so happy with the new developments, so with courage and conviction, she embarked on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment, determined to carve out a life of her own making. Along the way, she encountered challenges and obstacles that tested her strength and resilience, but she was so determined. She discovered her own inner strength and realized that she was capable of far more than she had ever imagined. The news of Adanna's freedom from her parents' hold spread through the village like wildfire. A lot of suitors started to flood into her father's compound. Adanna, being a determined woman, took her time to develop and empower herself before diving into marriage. So with time, she decided to choose whom to marry. Adanna decided to marry a noble and highly respected man in her village named Chike. She was happily married to Chike and gave birth to 4 adorable children. In the end, Adanna emerged victorious, her spirit unbroken and her heart ablaze with fire of her own dreams and ambition. Her heart was filled with gratitude and determination. She knew that her story was far from over. She had become a beacon of hope and inspiration for women everywhere. Adanna's story have proved that with courage, conviction, and unwavering determination, anything was possible, no matter the obstacles that stood in her way. She was victorious.